What's going on, everybody? I'm Kelsey.
I'm Drew, and we're fit for the journey. If you're new to the channel, we're online trainers traveling across the country in our RV, documenting our experience and sharing our fitness knowledge along the way.
We've been on the road since August 1st, and we're currently in the Kaibab National Forest boondocking, about 10 minutes away from the Grand Canyon National Park.
So in this video, we're going to be sharing with y'all the Grand Canyon rim-to-rim hike rookie experience. This rim-to-rim hike is something that I wanted to do right when COVID happened. I trained long and hard for it. I was ready for it. COVID happened. I backed out of it. And now here we are, a year and a half later, traveling, living on the road, and we made our way to the Grand Canyon, and I decided I have to do this rim-to-rim hike. Even though I'm not trained for it like I was, I still have to do it. And 3 days ago, I did it. I completed the rim-to-rim hike, but I made it a lot harder on myself than it really needed to be, and I made a bunch of mistakes along the way, and I figured this would be a perfect video to share with anyone who's new to hiking or new to extreme hikes like the rim to rim. You could definitely learn a lot from the mistakes that I made. So without further ado, we're gonna bounce back 3 days, and we're gonna share our entire experience with y'all from my perspective and from Kelsey's. All right, y'all. It's 2:30 in the morning, having a cup of coffee, getting all my stuff together. I basically prepared everything last night. I just gotta grab my Camelback out of the fridge, grab my Gatorade, and we should be good to go.
Drew is about to come out of the camper. I'm about to go drop him off at the South Louisiana trailhead. And then I am gonna pick him up from the North Rim. And although it is only a 24-mile hike from the South to North Rim, it's actually a 4-hour drive for me to get him from the North Rim. So today I am going to drop him off, come back to the camper, get ready, and explore for myself today. So I will be vlogging for y'all as well.
Right, y'all, I'm headed to the trailhead now. The road to the trailhead, you cannot enter by vehicle. So Kelsey dropped me off back here. I'm gonna walk the rest of the way. It's about a little less than a mile to get to the trailhead. So get this walk in and get out of here, get going. Let's go. All right, y'all, so I just got to the trailhead. I don't know if y'all can hear, but the winds are gusting and blowing, and I just got butterflies all the way down deep in my stomach. I'm so excited for this, y'all. This is gonna be absolutely amazing. I've been waiting for this moment for so long. It's finally here. I'm gonna enjoy every single minute of it. Just past Cedar Ridge, and I got two things for y'all. One, if you're making this hike in the dark, that sign that said Cedar Ridge that I was at, all you have to do is continue walking straight to pick up on the trail. And I could not find the trail for the life of me. I circled around all over. 3 guys from Israel came by, and together we looked around and searched, and we found the trail. But all you have to do is continue going straight right past that sign, and you'll pick up on the trail. And the second thing for y'all is that it's already hot. The further you go into the canyon, the hotter it gets. It's not even daybreak yet, and I'm sweating already. So it's definitely something to be mindful of. Be prepared for the heat. You definitely don't want to be caught at the bottom of the canyon during the hottest part of the day. Alright, y'all, it is currently 5:45. The headlamp is coming off. Sweating, starting to get hot up there. Perfect timing. This is gonna be real, y'all. I've been jogging when I'm able to. Some parts of this hike are a little more technical than others. And some parts you can kind of get after a little. I'm relatively new. I would consider myself very much a novice to hiking, so I'm confident with the pace that I'm at right now. Feeling good, enjoying it. The sun is slowly coming out. Look at it right now. Absolutely amazing. So it's time to get back to it. This truly is amazing, y'all. Now that the sun is somewhat out and I can see, I was able to pick up my pace a good little bit, and got my heart rate up a little higher, getting the euphoria going, feeling good. Definitely still taking it easy, not trying to wear myself out, because this is a long hike, and this is literally, as the saying goes, a marathon, not a sprint. So taking my time, jogging where I can, walking where I have to. I just stopped, used the bathroom, ate a Cliff Bar, and now it looks like I'm headed deep into the canyon, y'all. I thought I was already deep in the canyon, but look at this. I'm headed down in there. So I forgot to tell y'all something that makes this hike a little more interesting and a little more challenging for me, because I told Kelsey to pick me up at the North Rim Visitor Center at 12 o'clock was supposed to be our rendezvous point, and the service in here is no good, right? So I can't update her on where I'm at, and I do not want her to show up to the Visitor Center on the North Rim at 12 o'clock and me be nowhere in sight, and her sitting there waiting for an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, panicked and stressed, wondering if I'm okay, wondering how far I am away. So I've got to do my best to finish this entire thing by noon, so that way I don't stress Kelsey out all the way to the max.
All right, guys, coming live to you behind the steering wheel. I have 3 hours and 40 minutes until I am at the North Rim Visitor Center. And I'll probably get there about 30 minutes before Drew gets there. He said 12 is probably like the earliest. Maybe the latest of it.
So it's been about 30 to 45 minutes since that last checkpoint. I don't remember what it's called, but I'll put it right here. And now I'm at this point at a crossroads where it's the South Kaibab Trail, the river trail, and then Phantom is this way, which takes you across this black bridge over here and into Phantom Ranch. And I started heading down this trail here towards the South Kaibab Trail, and then I thought about it. I was like, let me take my map out, and on the map it's highlighted to take the black bridge, because if I go this way towards the river trail, there's a silver bridge down the way, and they both end up at the same place, but it looks like the silver bridge is a little further. So instead of taking the river trail and South Kaibab Trail, I'm going to take the Phantom Trail. They got a mule tour coming along right now. I was gonna let them go, but I don't feel like waiting anymore, so we're gonna go ahead and see how this goes. All right, y'all, so right now I'm in the Phantom Ranch area. We're actually leaving the Phantom Ranch area, and in there there's a water fill station, a bathroom station, and everything that you need to take a break, hydrate. Squirrels! I don't know if y'all can see them. Like a dog just now. Squirrels! But yeah, cross a little bridge over this little river. It's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Fill up your water, use the bathroom if you got to, and then get back on the trail. This is amazing, y'all. I keep saying it. I don't know what else to say. It's undescribable. Pair the views with the endorphins and the euphoria from the running and challenging yourself physically, getting the heart rate up. It's a wonderful thing. Also, something to remember is that Phantom Ranch is where it gets the hottest down here in the canyon. So the high for today is 109. So if you're gonna do this rim to rim hike, you absolutely want to get past this part before the hottest parts of the day. Right now, it's about 7:45, I believe, and the sun isn't even close to hitting right here. So I definitely would recommend starting early like I did. Don't wait till late in the day. You're gonna regret it. You're gonna be sweating. Ay, ay, ay. One thing I gotta say is I ain't never seen flies that bite like this. These flies have been biting the shit out of me down here. But nonetheless, this is sick. Let's go. So I just passed up a sign that says there's 13.4 miles to the North Rim. That means I'm almost to the halfway point. Got a half marathon left to go. Let's do this. Holy shit, y'all, there was a snake on the trail just now. I don't know what kind of snake it was. I'll put a clip of it right here. Let me know in the comments what type of snake that was. Thankfully, I have to look at my steps and really focus on where I'm going and not necessarily just look around at all the views, because had I not been paying attention, I may have just stepped on him. And if I would've got too close, his ass was definitely gonna bite me. So, whoo, man. That took my heart rate from the 140s to the 160s real quick. I am very much afraid of snakes. I'm not afraid to admit it. Have been my whole life. It's never stopped me from doing things like this. Never stopped me from swimming in the water with snakes or anything like that. But I'd be lying if I said I'm not scared of them. All right, y'all, it's 9:15 and I'm finally hitting sun. And I picked up 2 hiking buddies with me.
Yeah.
What y'all guys' names?
Danny. Alex.
Danny and Alex. Danny is an ultra marathon runner preparing for the Moab 240, which is dope. And we've got about, what, y'all said about 7 miles left? All right, about 7 miles left. It's gonna be in the heat, but it's all good. The hat has come out, the hair has come down, and we just passed by the Cottonwood little area where you can fill your water, and now we're back on the trail. This is awesome, y'all. This is absolutely amazing.
You backtrack to a viewpoint if you did this.
So that might be the viewpoint, that one up there.
I think that's Bright Angel Point right there.
Maybe that one?
No, I think that one. Because that's where that lines up. Oh, can you see that?
Yeah.
That's us. That's the rim.
All right, y'all, so I'm posted up in the shade right now. Danny and Alex dropped me. I couldn't keep up with them this last stretch. I think there's about 4 miles left, and my body is hitting the wall. So I'm gonna take about a 10-20 minute break right here, hydrate up as much as I can, and try to finish this last stretch strong. This hat wasn't doing the job, but I just talked to a couple. I've got about 3 miles till the next water station, and then about 1.5 miles, and I'll be done. I'm waiting for it. I'm ready for it to be over, that's for sure. I definitely, I'll talk about the rest later. I need to focus. It is probably about 12:45. Kelsey's probably worried sick, and I've still got about 3 miles to go. And it's all uphill, so it's probably gonna take me another 2 hours to finish this.
So I made it to the North Rim, and I am currently still waiting on Drew. I sent him a few messages and I have no reply back. So I don't know what I'm gonna do.
I threw up once. Now I feel 10 times better. I'm back walking. Hopefully I get there sooner rather than later. My breaks are becoming longer, and my hiking time is becoming shorter and shorter. The top is right there, but it's so far. Looks close, but it's not.
Alright guys, so it's been 11 hours since Drew set off for the rim to rim hike, and I still don't see him at the trailhead, so I'm gonna go ahead and go walk a few miles, see if I can see him or meet up with him and hopefully lift up his spirits. I'm a little worried, so I will see how he's doing and go help him out a little bit.
All right, y'all. We have encountered some issues.
We as in me.
They.
Oh, my bad. My bad.
So the last mile really was a complete and total struggle, y'all. I couldn't hike up like 100 to 150 feet without having to stop for like 5 or 10 minutes. I thought I was doing a great job, and this is a lesson for all y'all out there. I thought I was doing a phenomenal job staying on top of my nutrition and my hydration. I drank 7.5 liters of water out of my Camelback and 2 Gatorade bottles. Not a bottle like this either, like a bigger bottle. But the problem I made is that I wasn't having electrolytes. I didn't have the salt that I needed. I didn't have the potassium that I needed. And the bars and the food that I was eating have a little bit of sodium, but not to make up for how much I was sweating and how much I was drinking. So I got severely dehydrated. I went in the bathroom over here just now to take a piss, and my piss smelled like ammonia. So that was definitely a concerning moment. But I want to give a huge thank you to Danny and Alex. Those guys were a tremendous help. Danny is an ultramarathon runner, like y'all saw earlier in the video. He actually saw Kelsey up top and just assumed that's got to be Drew's girlfriend. And he told her that I was a little behind them, and then after a while, they kind of started to get a little nervous. So Danny and Alex were headed back down because they're doing the rim to rim, and then they're going back to the south side where we started. And on their way down, they found me again and saw how bad a shape I was. Gave me some sodium tablets, which really brought me back to life. And Danny was actually on his way back up to go get Kelsey. And Kelsey was on her way down. So I'm cramping up in my back right now as we speak. We've got about 1.5 miles left. I think Kelsey said it took her about 30 minutes to hike down here. But down and up is completely different. But
Completely different.
I'm doing okay. I've got a little ways to go. I definitely feel significantly better. I was bad off, y'all. I was very bad off. Y'all saw the little clips, so y'all know. One really good positive about this whole thing is that I get to hike the last mile to 1.5 miles with Kelsey. I wouldn't have been able to do that otherwise, so it's going to be a good time. We're going to take our time. I don't have a choice. I have to take my time. And then, yeah, we'll see y'all at the top.
Alright guys, so we did indeed make it to the top. That last 1.7 miles of the North Rim was fucking brutal. That is all that I did, and by the time we got it took us 3 hours for one. It took us 3 hours. And by the time we did get up, I was just as exhausted as Drew was. And all I did was the last 1.7 miles down and then 1.7 miles up. Luckily, we made 2 friends on the way up. Shout out to Rob and Clarissa. Y'all made the rest of that hike a lot easier for us. So Drew's gonna wrap up his experience in a little bit and give y'all a full recap of this whole hike. But now I wanna talk a little bit about what it was like from my perspective. So honestly, the 4-hour drive from the South Rim to the North Rim was very therapeutic for me. I had a great time just listening to music, riding with the windows rolled down. So for me, it was a breeze. Now, when I finally got to the North Rim, it was around the time that Drew said he wanted to meet up for me to pick him up. And honestly, guys, I was way off. Anybody that really knows Drew knows that he puts himself in a lot of tough situations, and he always is challenging himself. But after the 6 years of being together, I know that I've never seen him in the shape that he was in on that day. But ultimately, when I seen him, I was just glad he was okay, and I was happy that we were gonna be able to finish the hike together.
So I hope y'all enjoyed hearing a little more of Kelsey's perspective from this experience, because I literally did the exact thing that I said I didn't want to do, right? I gave Kelsey a mini panic attack by being so damn late, being so damn dehydrated, and so damn weak. So the whole point of this video is to make sure that you don't make the mistakes that I made on my rim to rim experience experience, and we're gonna go over those real quick. The first mistake I made, and the main one that I want y'all to focus on, is to make sure that you have electrolytes on hand at all times during this hike. Because as y'all saw in the video, I was ultra prepared with my nutrition, and I was ultra prepared with the amount of water that I was consuming, but I did not take in nearly enough electrolytes, and I didn't have enough electrolytes prepared. And as a result of it, y'all saw what happened. The second major mistake that I made was my pace was way off. As y'all saw, I jogged for a good 4 or 5 miles at the bottom of the canyon, and I really don't think that's what did me in. Because my plan was, all right, I have the ability to jog these 4 or 5 miles, and I really want to, so I will. I'm just gonna have to go way slower once the inclines start. But as y'all saw, I ended up linking up with Danny and Alex and hiking with them for a good 5 or 6 miles, and their pace was way faster than the pace that I had intended for myself on the ascend back up. But we were so lost in conversation. We were talking about fitness, training, life. It was just an amazing conversation, and I was really enjoying their company, and I wasn't really paying attention to how fast we were going. And before I knew it, I hit a wall. I didn't really understand what was happening at the time. I thought maybe I was just getting a little overheated, so I started to drink even more water and started dehydrating myself even more, and it was just a really, really bad time from then all the way to the finish. So the third and final mistake that I made was doing this hike all by myself. If you're someone who's experienced in hiking and have a high level of fitness in hiking, you can absolutely do the rim to rim hike by yourself safely. But someone like me who comes from somewhere where there is no hiking and I really don't have much experience, although I am fit, right? I do like 3 or 4 mile jogs all the time. It's a whole different animal when you're talking about a hike of that magnitude. So I really wish that I would have done it with some friends, or if Kelsey would have prepared with me and we would have done it together. That would have been a much better scenario than just going out there blindly on my own and really just winging it, you know? It was a great experience, and I wouldn't trade it in for anything. Everything that we do happens for a reason, right? And hopefully you guys can learn from the mistakes that I made. But from here on out, I'm never gonna make those 3 mistakes again. I'm sure I'll make more mistakes along the way doing crazy shit like this, but those 3 mistakes will never be made again. And I hope that you learned in this video to not make those mistakes as well. So that's gonna be it for this video. We really hope that y'all enjoyed it. And if you did, please subscribe to the channel so that way you can tag along in the rest of the journey and all the adventures that we're gonna be sharing with y'all. So until next time, keep pushing, keep persevering, and keep it positive.